Hello, welcome. On this video we'll start installing the new part on this convertible, and this is the last video related to this convertible, to this Mustang. So en caso que no hablen inglés, hay un video exactamente con estas partes que cambié en el canal. Es un Mustang, también hice lo mismo, le instalé lo que es el liner, la ventana y la tapa. Por eso es que este video nomás lo estoy haciendo en inglés. Sírvanse de buscarlo si es que no hablan inglés. And then I'm going to start installing this headliner. I'm going to start by the center bar. This car has 3 bars, a rear, center, and the front one. And I'm going to start doing the front part, the center part. That's the way this thing should go. You cannot start doing the back first and then the middle. No, you have to start with the middle part. You can start doing the front part, but on the front bar, if you start putting the front, the top it has to be on. So it's better to do it this way. Believe me, I haven't done a lot of this kind of job, and I always do it this way. There is the other way how you can do it, but the other way is more like complicated. And this is the easy way how you can do it. Just a center bar, put 5 screw, made a plastic stay with 5 screw. You can do all this by hand. I am using a screw gun because it is faster for me. And this plastic is already in there. Those 5 screws are holding. Now I have to pull this. It's like twine. Like I have to pull it because the elastic is inside, and I have to bring that elastic out because that elastic go on this part right here. This is like a tension. That elastic is like tension. When the top go, when you open the top, the elastic pull the headliner. And that part is done right there. I already put in a screw, and I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. As you can see right there, I am removing the old elastic. When I remove the old headliner, I just cut the elastic. I didn't remove it. That's what I am removing right now. And I had this headliner. The first bar is done. Now I have to put this part. This part go with I think it's 6 screw, and I'm going to start with the corner. It has to go this way. It has to go this way. You cannot put it the other way. If you try to put it the other way, the headliner will be short, and then will be too tight. In case if you cannot buy this headliner ready made, you have to make it. Most of the time I made it. I made the headliner. Just you have to get the material. I made it. It is hard to make the top all new at scratch because they sell it and they sell so cheap. A lot of places on internet they sell so cheap, and it saves time and it is better to make it because sometimes it is expensive to make it than to buy new. It costs more money to make it plus time. It's weird. Outside they sell it so cheap, and it's better to buy it ready made. You just install. Okay, I got this part. This headliner is it has to go on the position. I have to put the last part, but the convertible top it has to be done to put that part. It is better. It is better. So I'm going to start installing the new window. This is the part, the headliner. I already put part on the headliner on the car. It's halfway the headliner. I cannot finish the headliner because I have to install part of the top, and I'm going to cut this material. This is the rear bar. This is hold the window and hold the top. And I am cutting. I have to remove this material. This is the old material. I cut all material, but that's not all. I have to remove this staple. I have to remove all those staples around. Most of them. I'm going to leave some of them there. So I'm going to remove this part. Sometimes to leave the old material on there help. Sometimes because the gasket what is in there is old and this help. But sometimes not. I'm going to remove it on this time. Just be careful when you are removing. It has to be like this, especially this area. That's the middle bar, because this is three on three pieces. The middle bar, this it has to be like this. All this it has to be out. I see some guys they don't change it, but sometimes I leave, especially on the Camaro. On Camaro, I just cut it and leave the oil in there. But on this Mustang, I get used to remove the old one. And I'm going to do this with all this part. Okay, I already removed the old material, and I just leave this section right here, because if I remove this section, I have to add a new piece in there. In case if you remove it by accident, just keep on mind are two finger from one metal to the other one. See, that's the size, like an 1.5 inches, and I got the window right here. Before you start taking apart, by this time you already have to know if this is the right window. If this is the right window for that car. Never start taking apart before making sure you have the right part to do it. So I got this is the window. And I'm going to start putting on this piece. Right here have a mark, that is the center. Thumb mark is the center of the whole piece. And right here, you can tell what is the center. You see all these holes are the same, except this one. This is the center of the whole piece. So you're going to start center with center, like that, and put a staple. I'm going to use a 3A staple to do this. If you put in this staple and you have to adjust it later, you have to remove that some part of this to adjust it, because sometimes the top it doesn't look good, come out with a lot of wrinkle, and that's not good. You have to adjust it. Okay, put two staples, the center is right there. What is next? Next I'm going to put it right here. Right here, this area should be plain, no wrinkle in there. So you have to pull it. You have to make it sure. See how much I'm pulling? Then I'm going to make this piece stay with tape right there. And I'm going to do same thing right here. Pull it. Make sure no wrinkle. If you see some wrinkle right there, better to take them out before you start putting them on the car, because it will be harder. Okay, I put some staple in there, and you see it looks plain. If you see this ring, that's not wrinkle. That is the material when they put them on the box. When they chip it, they do that. But it's not wrinkle. So now, what you have to do is put them a staple all around, all on this bar. This mark what you're seeing right there, most of the top you have it. Some brand they don't have it. Now most of the brand it had that mark. Just make sure that mark go exactly on the edge of the bar. And I have to do this with the hole, with this whole bar. When you pull it, make sure you pull it even, because if you don't pull it even, it will create wrinkle, like right there are even. Okay, I got the center piece. Now I have to do the side. And right here, just remember, you see that center mark right, that mark right there? Well, you have to fold it. You have to fold it. And make sure right here, to both pieces, it has to be even. How you know this piece and this are even? Because if it's not even, will make a wrinkle, will create wrinkle. So you have to make sure it's even. When you do it like that, and it's plain and it's straight, so you say, oh, that's okay right there. So you have to put a staple right there, because you saw it already, was on plain, and that's the way to go. And you gotta keep on going. This part is like the hardest part of this piece, because it's not straight like corn, but it's not a big deal. So I got this. This is like shorter than the other part, because you can see the old part was right there, and this is like a 2 inches shorter, 1.5 inches shorter. So, but that thing you cannot see because the top goes on top. So that piece, take it right here. You have to fold it. When you fold it, you have to pull it. Make sure if this piece, when you pull it, this look like that. See, it doesn't look straight. If when you pull it, look like that, it's not right. So what you have to do, pull it more, and then do the same thing. See, it's straight. So if it is like that, it's okay. So now you have to put a staple. It's so easy. Just you have to know how. And then you have to pull it right here. In case if you're stuck with something, just relax, go drink some water, then come back, because it's not good to work under stress, especially in something like this, because you can ruin it easily. So I got this with the staple already. I have to put this as tension. This is a tension. I have to put them all right here. But I am not going to do it right now. I'm going to do it over there when I start putting this on the car. So what is next? I'm going to start cutting the hole. Those holes are very important to cut it. It's better to do it now. And don't cut it too big. Because if you cut it too big and you have to adjust the rear window, you might be able to see the hole from outside. When the top goes down, you might be able to see it, so don't cut it. Don't cut too much. Just you see right there. I cut it right there, so that's the way to go. How do you know if you are cutting the right? You are not cutting too much. See right there. That's the right thing to do. If you cut it to right here, that's not good. So this window is ready to is ready. I'm going to start putting inside the part because this part is ready. first thing that you should do is see that center mark right there? And the top should have a center mark. I mark it in there, but at the top should have a center. And I'm going to start putting with the stake. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Okay, I got this part. After I'm done putting the staple, holding that part with the staple, there are so many ways how you can install this top. But I would put the cable right here, this cable. That's one thing that I will do now. This cable, I have to put it inside the top, and I'm going to move the top back like that. And I'm going to put this wire. This can be any wire. It doesn't have to be like a specific wire. You can make this wire out of a hanger, plug hanger. And I have to put this cable inside the top. So this cable is out, and I'm going to put it in. If you remember how this was inside the plastic, and it was right there, and I have to hit it, this thing, and I have to hit it right there. Okay, this is in. That cable is not going to come out, and we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Convertible is going forward, should be going. Right. I'm going to hurry up because this top is gonna close by itself. So I'm going to do the same thing, put the cable right here, this wire right there. And here is this plastic. Put them inside and make sure this top is gonna go forward now, because this is the second time that I made that noise. At the third time we'll go forward. Okay, the cable on the left, on the right side is in. I can pull this. After this, I'm going to start putting a staple the top. And I have it right here. see that the top is going to close by itself. After the third time that it made that noise, the top automatically go forward. So I need a staple. I got the staple right here. I'm going to start. Same thing. Just remember how you start taking them apart. It's very important. The top comes with two marks. Sometimes you have to use the bottom mark, and sometimes you have to use the top mark. Just see how the old was installed and work based on the old one. I put 3 staples right there. I think that's enough. Now I have to pull it right here. Make sure no wrinkle on this area. In case if you have wrinkle, right there is plain, but in case if you have wrinkle at the end where you are putting with the nut, you have to take them apart. So no wrinkle. See, plain, no wrinkle. That's very important. All smooth. This part is hardest, I don't know why. Remember, before you put the top, you have to put some staple right here. Okay. And then you have to do this corner. Then you have to pull it right here. Make sure no wrinkle right here. And this part is too low. If it is too low, it will be too tight, so you have to pull out a little bit like that. And make sure so I got this side done. I have to do the passenger side. The driver side. See, passenger side, this is driver side. And same thing. I am using 3A staple stainless steel. And same thing right here, I pull it. That mark, it has to go exactly on the edge. I almost forgot about something. This elastic. I don't like this staple. I'm gonna put a little bit more. So now so this is, I just have to cut the hole and hopefully I don't have to adjust it. I don't think I will adjust it now. Can do the same thing with the other side. After I done with the two cables, I'm going to when I'm done right here, I'm going to put this part, and I'm going to make it stay with 6 knots, and I'm going to as you can see right there, I just put 1 nut in there, 1 over there, 1, 3, 4, 7 nuts, and need a lot more. But with those 7 nuts, I can keep going and see if everything is okay. But to know if everything is okay, I have to work it on the side, work on the front part. And I'm going to now I can open the top halfway. Okay, right there. And I'm going to start putting some glue on the front part. Right here, in this area, I have to put some glue because I have to make it stay in this part. Part is part of the headline. This you have to go first, then you have to go the and I'm putting glue. This is glue. Landau is the name of the glue that I am using, and this is strong glue. Okay, I put that part in there, but I cannot stick it to the metal because I have to put the top forward. I need to know. Okay, now you can see under, as you can see right here. I don't know if you are able to see it right there, right here. Because right here, if it has like some wrinkle, you have to make sure no wrinkle. See? You have to pull it. You pull it, right there you see no wrinkle. So if there is no wrinkle, make it stay like that. right here has a wrinkle, I just pull it and make sure that wrinkle come out. Okay, the headliner, as you can see, is almost done. And it's looking good, no wrinkle, that's perfect. So the headliner is almost done. I just have to put 2 screws on the back. But before to do that, I can finish this part of the convertible top. What? Put a lot of Okay, this part is drying. I have to let that go drying until it's drying. I will put glue right here. This part you have to put glue right here. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now I'm going to put forward, move the top forward. Because I need to put some staple. I need a staple gun and I need a small staple, 1/4 staple. Right here, and I'm going to start from the corner first. First, I need to put some staple in the corner, left and right corner. Okay, I'm going to start for this corner. See this material right there? That material has to go exactly on the corner. If you pull it too much, it's gonna be too tight. If you pull it less than that, if you pull it like this, it's gonna create a lot of wrinkle right here. So it's better to pull it right there, exactly. Then you have to put on a staple. Then you do it like this, and then you put more staple. Okay, hopefully that's enough staple. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other corner. See, you can see it right there. Don't pull it too much because it's going to be too tight. Too tight, just right there. See, right there. And then you have to pull a staple. If you don't pull a staple, just with glue, make sure to put a lot of glue and let it dry. After that, I fold it right here. Okay, that's enough. Now you're going to move the top forward. Okay, now I have to pull it right here. going to pull it right here, and I want to make sure this thing is tight. You can see, I don't want to pull it too much because it will be too tight. Just have to pull it right here. We're going to do the same thing with the other side. You can see it from there. Just pull it enough, not too tight. And I'm going to move forward. That's perfect right there. Okay. Okay, it's closed. This side is closed, and I have to close the other side. To close it for the first time, it's gonna be so tight because everything is new. It's closed, you see, it's plain, that's good. I just have to pull it a little bit more right there. You can see, I can tell a little bit. But then the rest is perfect. You can see on top is smooth. That's very good. You see right there. This, when they fold the material, create that. Same thing right there, same thing right there. So this should come out. It's not a big deal. Something that it made me think about it is that wrinkle. See that wrinkle? That wrinkle shouldn't be there. But look how I'm going to bring that wrinkle out. I pull it right here and it's still there. But that wrinkle, when I pull, because right there on the back is not tight, when I tie that area, this wrinkle should disappear. It's not a big deal. If you see that wrinkle right there in something, in a convertible top that you are installing, don't worry about it. That wrinkle should come out. Because on the bottom is loose, that's what is creating that wrinkle. In case it is still there, I'm gonna show you how you can remove that wrinkle. But that wrinkle shouldn't be there. And same thing right here. I just pull it and make it stay right here. And remember, those nuts I put it by hand are not tight. That way you can see those wrinkles right there. And this look good. This look nice. So I'm going to start putting this part. I'm going to put this part and put all the screw around there, and you will see. But first I'm going to start doing this. Okay, first thing that I will do is put this spring. Do you remember when I remove a spring right here? I have to put the spring back. And to put this spring is hard, especially if you've never done something I did before. It might be hard for you, but just be patient. Even for me, sometimes it's hard. Even for me. But just relax. I have to bring this spring out and put it at the same time and put it inside that hole. I know for the camera it will be hard to get it because the position how it is, how this is. See? Okay, I got the spring already and I have to put it inside that hole. This, just be careful, don't pull it too much because if you pull it too much you can cut it right here, you can cut it right there. Just be careful. Be careful with this thing. I got it. It's in the hole. I just have to. Okay, that's it. I don't know if you can tell right there. It was kind of hard for me to show you, but that spring is inside that hole. I'm going to do the other time. It's better to do this now to do it at the last. Same thing right here. This top is going by itself back. Okay, I got that spring too. Now I'm going to move it full, close the top and put it halfway. Okay, that is okay. Now I'm going to start putting the molding. This is the molding. I'm going to start putting it. And this molding, you remember, comes with three screws. I just put the top one. Then the other one. I need a punch hole. I need a punch hole. It looks like the hole is there, but it's not there. See, I got two with no problem. Two screws with no problem. Then the bottom is always like hard to put in. But there is the hole right there. Okay, that is in. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. I'm going to do the other side now. Okay. Now I'm going to put this molding on this side. Same thing as the passenger side. I start with the top. I don't tie the top. I'm going to and the convertible is going down much right there. Okay, I got this side too. Now I have to do this side. Okay, after I'm done putting these 3 screws, I have to put a gasket right here and I have to put a gasket right here. I'm going to start with this side. It's simple. Just make sure right there it's okay. If it right there is right, the rest should be fine. Okay, this gasket is there. I just have to make sure it's all the way in. And it's in. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Same thing. This is not hard to put them on. In. Now I need to put it all the way forward. And I'm going to close it. See that wrinkle still there? This wrinkle still here. So but it's not a problem. That wrinkle should come out. The thing that is important, you see right there, is fine. Right here is fine. And that thing is nothing. I just have to tie it on the back. And that's what I will do. I'm going to tie it. I have to make sure this side is okay too. This side is fine too. You can see the wrinkle on there. This should disappear. This wrinkle. All these wrinkles should be disappear when I tied it on the back. On the back, you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 knots. I'm going to put the rest and I'm going to tie. I'm going to put the wrinkle here. I still have it, but I haven't tied. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish all right here. Then I'm going to tie all this bar because it's gonna be easier that way. Okay, I'm going to finish all right here now. And to finish right here, I'm going to put a staple all right here. I'm going to put this clip right here. And that's what I'm going to do right now. And you will see all the things, all the process. To do that, I have to put these 3 clicks, 4 clicks. Those 4 clicks is going right here. One is going here. And the other one is going right there. Okay, this side is done, so now I have to put a screw right here to make sure that it stays right there. And I'm going to use this tool to put the... I can replace the screw, to be honest. I can use another screw in case if I don't If it is hard for you, you can replace the screw. But I have the same right here. This kind of screw is kind of hard. I don't know what it have this. Most of the time you have Phillips, but on this time you have this one. So I'm going to use this tool to put it back. That screw is in. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. And same thing. This requires 4 clicks. One. And right here 3 and 4. Now I'm going to put same thing. Same thing, put it right there. And this is in too. Now I'm going to put this because I need to have all this area finished, and I'm going to remove all this tool because I need to finish this part. Even the front part is not done. I open the trunk. And I'm going to finish this part. So this part comes with the 6 little screw. Okay, that part is done. So next I have to finish this part. This is next. And I need a staple gun. I got the hole right here. And the staple gun is right here. It's almost done. This job is almost done. And I'm going to start putting some staple right here. Okay. I don't need a staple gun. I hope I don't. I'm going to put them away. Then I'm going to cut all this extra material. It doesn't help me to be there. So if it doesn't help me, I just cut it. Now I am going to put the molding. This is the molding. And this molding go with a lot of a small screw. Okay, I have to start by the center, always by the center. Right there I put one by hand. And two. And I put the other one right here. And I'm going to use the screw gun. Be careful when you are using a screw gun on this kind of screw. If you can adjust it. That way you don't break the little screw like that. I got this part down and I am on this side. So if I am on this side, I'm going to finish this side. I just have to put a screw right here. Okay. Now I'm going to put this gasket to make sure this side is completely done. And I have that thing in. And this gasket, this side is done. So I just have to finish this part right here. Chain 2. Okay, one more screw. I have to put one more screw on this part because I remove okay, now the gasket. This gasket is done, this part is done, so now I'm going to close this top and I'm going to put all those nuts on the back and you will see how it looks. I'm going to first I'm going to clean this area because I have a lot of tools. I'm going to clean it and then I tie the back. Okay, I'm going to close it, then I'm going to tie the back because I haven't tied the back. It is tight because it's new. All the time when something is new, it's tight. And I'm going to close this part too. Okay, it is not tight. You can see highlight wrinkle. It is not tight. I'm going to tie it. I'm going to get in. Then I'm going to put all this knot. See, I have a knot in my hand. I'm going to put all the rest of the knot. Then at the same time, I will tie it. And then hopefully this wrinkle will disappear. It has to disappear. It has to. Right now it's loose. That's why it has the wrinkle in there. But I will tie them up. I just need a. You can see this area too. It's kind of loose. Oops. This shouldn't be there. See, this is what's right there. Just be careful. It's loose, so but I'm going to tie them up. I'm going to put all this knot and I'm going to get in. You are not going to be able to see what I'm doing because it's dark. Then the space right here is tiny, so the camera will be outside. And I will tie them up. I'm gonna show you guys right here. I already tied all those, put all those nuts in there. So after those nuts, I just have to put this boot in there, and this is easy to put them on just like that. And this is the last part, and hopefully I don't have to adjust it. So I just made sure not to, and this area is done. I already connect the connection for the defroster, and I can remove this thing now. Hopefully everything is good outside. Let's see if it has to adjust it. And you can see right here, oh, right here is a little bit, but that's nothing. That will come out with the sun. And look at right here. I told you from the beginning to when I put them on, I have a lot of wrinkles right here. I told you don't worry about it because I knew it. As soon as I tie right there, I tie this knot, this area, this wrinkle will disappear. Right here it still has something little, but that's when they fold it and put them on the back, create that thing. But that doesn't have nothing to do. That thing will come out and everything look nice right here. And look the headliner. The headliner looks so tight, looks so nice. Just a little bit dirty. We'll clean it tomorrow morning, but everything look good. Everything is okay inside. And let's see the rest of the top. Let's see the rest of the top. It's looking good. See, no wrinkle. That's very important when you are installing a convertible top. Make sure no wrinkle right here. In case if you have wrinkle, you have to take this metal apart. You have to unstaple and adjust the wrinkle. Very important. Look, it looks so nice. And look right here. This is tight. This is tight. Right here is tight. And look at right here. Remember how a lot of wrinkle? It's not wrinkle on this area. That's very good. Look at right here. See right here? Right here, it has the same kind of thing that I have it on the other side. But that's part of the light go off. Let me turn on the light. I'm going to turn on the light. Okay, now I turn on the light. Something went wrong with the light, but I was telling you something about this. This when they fold the top to put them inside the box and ship it, they fold it. That's what is create this thing. But everything is okay. Everything is nice. That's very important. Everything looks tight, and you can see. So this is all, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much. And if you see a good video, good quality video, you gotta say thank to the cameraman. Say thank to the cameraman because thank him, this job get done and I can provide it to you a nice view. Everything. Without this guy, I shouldn't be able to. I would be able to record it, but not the same quality as he provided. Okay, thank you guys, and see you in the next video. Okay, now I turn on the light. Something went wrong with the light, but I was telling you something about this. This when they fold the top to put them inside the box and ship it, they fold it. That's what is create this thing. But everything is okay. Everything is nice. That's very important. Everything looks tight, and you can see. So this is all, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much. And if you see a good video, good quality video, you gotta say thank to the cameraman.